We are two-thirds the way through a Soy Checkoff check-in with USB Chair Steve Reinhard from Ohio and USB CEO Lucas Lentsch. Hello again. I'm your host, Chip Flory. So far, we have talked about some of the challenges the United Soybean Board has managed in the last year, and just as importantly, the overall goals to innovate for soybean producers and to help build new demand for what those producers grow through innovative new uses for soybeans. And it has been an eventful year and a successful year. Now let's wrap up the conversation with a look ahead. Lucas Lentsch, CEO USB, what are your priorities for 2025? And you got to start to stack success on success here. So let's take some of the successes from 24 and build on it in 25, right?
Yeah, Chip, one of the things, if you work in Checkoff, it's a fantastic place to be the voice of the farmer. But one of the things that it's important to me is that it's not about any one person. It's not about a CEO. It's truly is about the farmer voice in all that we're doing. This year I made it across to almost 55 farms now out of the 77 farmer leaders. And I have to tell you, that's been a big accomplishment of this year, but it's really teeing up this next year already. Farmer voice is expecting and demanding us to be taking risks and making sure that we are setting our sight to the horizon to ensure, not take for granted that our number one customers are poultry and pork production and beef and dairy and aquaculture for meal, but also that oil innovation space. The drop-in replacement for petroleum-based solutions today is soy oil, and making sure soybeans are well positioned in that population in our country to make sure farmers are making plays and never getting played. And to me, when we as an organization literally are half of every bushel of beans that is produced in the country, half of that checkoff of that bushel comes to USB. That farmer voice is center of the bullseye for me today, tomorrow, next year, and for the next decade and years to come. Because if we get that right, we will win in American agriculture. We just got to make sure that the Checkoff is doing the research, doing the promotion, and doing the education that's going to drive that value. I couldn't be more proud to be working for Steve and the board. It has been a thrill. They've been very patient with me learning the ropes of USB, but I can tell you, I bring over a quarter century of experience to this job, and I'm proud to be an unapologetic leader working for America's soybean farmers.
Very cool, Lucas. Steve, your year as chair, what's going to be a big memory?
Well, I think the big memory is, being able to work with Lucas, and this will be the third CEO and my 9-year tenure at the United Soybean Board, and everyone has gotten better and moved us, I think, further down the road, which is, helping the soybean checkoff and the soybean farmers. And I think that, being able to bring those contractors in-house has been a huge success so far. I mean, we're only at the infancy stage of that, but I think it's going to pay back dividends not only in cost savings, but enhanced product and work that we're going to get by having everybody there together and just being able to work on a lot of the new projects that we have and supporting animal agriculture and soybean oil to meet biofuels and other, investment opportunities down the road. It's just really been a great experience, and look forward to being able to pass it off to the next, chairman and have them continue to go and just increase what we can do for the American soybean farmer.
Fantastic, gentlemen. Great job on this. It was fun to look back and to look forward. You've done a lot to set up the United Soybean Board for success in the year ahead, and thank you for everything that you've done for the American soybean farmer, and we look forward to having many more conversations with you in the days and months and weeks ahead. So that is United Soybean Board Chair Steve Reinhard from Ohio and Lucas Lentsch, CEO of USB. You can learn more about it at unitedsoybean.org. That wraps up this Soybean Checkoff Check-In. I'm Chip Flory. Now, let's get back to AgriTalk.